So, why do you know more about your stock portfolio and what your stocks are doing, but your biggest asset, which is most likely your real estate investment asset, and we have no clue? How does that make any sense? So, the reason we ask this question is, as we mentioned, some of our biggest investments and the biggest assets we own are either personal residence or investment properties. And we're checking our stocks, we've got our phones out, we're checking it daily. For real estate, we're relying on Zillow, Redfin, some random algorithm that's never been in our property.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, how could you tell me the value of my property? So let's just say Zillow was right. I got the value of my property, my investment property.
Sure.
But what do I do with that now?
Right.
How much equity do I have?
Right.
Is my equity working for me? Am I squeezing the orange as much as possible?
Yeah.
And the answers to those questions we found, talking with most investors, I'd say at least 90%, they have no clue.
No clue.
No clue exactly what's happening. What they do is they set it and forget it.
Absolutely. And that's why we're here today. We're here to educate you, or at least give them some information, more than what you might have already, right? And what's important is, Deb mentioned, how to squeeze the orange to get as much juice from it. And when we say orange, we're really meaning, how do we take your investment and make it more than what it is, right?
Yes.
And look, some of you might have your first and only investment, that was your first home. That's what we're seeing. However, there are many of you that might have other investments besides the first home that you first owned. And what we want to do, whether it's your first home, your only investment that you have, or you have a multitude of investments, we want to share with you options and opportunity, or what opportunities there are, right?
Yeah.
And what would you say? How do we go about that process, Deb?
Well, it starts with fact finding, right?
Yes.
So there's the numbers, and we'll get into that. But at the same sense, when we talk to our clients, it's like, okay, where are we today? What's our future plans? What are our goals?
Yeah.
Do we have a long runway? Do we want to keep things a little bit tighter and we want to maximize the next few years? So it all depends on what's your personal situation. That's why there's no cookie cutter answer.
Yeah.
That's why there's no Zillow or Redfin for these types of hard questions that need to be asked.
Absolutely. And so that's what we are talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to share with you a couple of scenarios, a couple of opportunities, playbooks we call them. And one may fit what you're looking for or what may benefit you, and others might not. And that's okay too. It's having answers to questions that you might not have thought about.
Exactly.
Right? So there's many stories that we want to share with you. One in particular is, well, it's not even a story, it's a playbook. Okay, so in Berkeley, we have a playbook where, well, we're working with a contractor, client of ours. We've helped him purchase several homes, and the playbook is right around the university. By being around the university, here's what we know. Lack of housing for the students. Not just any student, we're talking about the graduates. And what we have found is, by renting out rooms, right, it generates income. So what we are looking for are value add properties, right? Homes that need some TLC. And by giving the TLC and bringing these homes up to date and giving life to these homes, right? With the modern fixtures and so on and so forth, he's able to generate $1,500 a month for each room. That's huge. So the playbook is, well, how many rooms do we need? And that's some of the questions that we would ask and some of the answers that we will help you come up with, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, to understand how that playbook works. But $1,500 a month for each room, and we haven't even discussed the possibility of an ADU in the backyard, which is another income generator for the Berkeley area because, well, you don't need much land space. And so we can work with a smaller lot size, double the stories, number of stories, make it a 3-2, and now we have potential $4,500 coming in.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah. So, what Don and I have called Berkeley, Emeryville, it's a gold mine.
Gold mine. Yeah.
Basically, we're sitting on top of a gold mine, active gold mine. So I love this story.
Yes.
Our clients, Richard and Betty, what they did was they owned rental properties all throughout San Jose. They spent their time over the last couple of decades amassing their rental portfolio, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But now that they were in their twilight years, they're getting tired of getting calls from the property management company, plus they were managing a couple of homes on their own. And as you can imagine, hey, the water heater went out, the AC is not working.
You mean TNT?
Yeah. Tenants, toilet, and trash, those are the 3 T's of owning real estate. So if you own real estate, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it can explode on you, but yes, absolutely.
So they were getting tired of that. And we, as their advisors, we can kind of feel that pain. We felt those pain points that were there. So what we brought to their attention was there's a option out there. It's called the Delaware Statutory Trust, or DST for short. What happens there is you get a group of investors together and you're able to purchase large commercial projects and buildings, anywhere from self-storage units to local university apartment complexes into strip malls.
Yeah, I think they had one large one, was a gas station, the TA.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're talking assets that it would be difficult for an individual investor to purchase into.
Yes.
So you're talking having the opportunity to own part of that with others.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So what we call that is mailbox money. It's pretty amazing, right? You go to sleep, you wake up, there's a check in the mail waiting for you. And the benefit is you still own real estate, you still have your foot in the game, but you don't have any of those management headaches. What do you think about that, Don?
I think that's amazing. That is, to me, for those that are looking, look, it's not for everybody, that we know. However, for those that are looking for an investment and not have to do much, if anything at all, except walk to your mailbox to get your check, that's about it. And for that being what it is, it can be a perfect opportunity, investment opportunity, and it's not predicated on a certain amount. It's really derived based on your needs, your wants, the amount of money that you're investing.
Another playbook that we have, it's pretty exciting, is the out-of-state property investments.
Yes.
There's some of our investors that, they still want their foot in the game. They still want to, touch and feel their investments. And what we've turned them on to is some of these brand new construction communities that are for real estate investors. Don, share some more.
Absolutely. So these are investor clients of ours. Actually, they're investor clients. However, we have an investor builder who builds single family duplex quads, right? 4 units. And it's an opportunity for investors to own more than one door at the same time. And the price points are very affordable. So they build them, but they're built specifically to rent out. That is what is amazing. So not only do you have an asset that is going to appreciate, you are in an emerging market, you are having cash flow immediately, right? Might not be as much the first year, However, they give you free management for the first 12 months,
Yes.
2 years, 12 to 24 months. However, this is what is exciting, is that these are in areas that are growing. It's a very strong rental market. And so building brand new, you don't have the deferred maintenance. You don't have the tenants, toilets, and trash is what you say.
Yes.
You don't have those kind of costs, right? And that is what is important to understand. So, like we had mentioned in the very beginning, there are options for many investors, real estate investors. Which one fits your wants and needs? Well, we'd love to just sit down, talk, find out where you're at currently, and then maybe one of these options might be of help, or maybe it's a different option. This is not a one option fit all.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've given you a lot of information, and not one option fits all. However, maybe what we shared with you resonates. And if it does, great. If you're not sure, like Deb mentioned earlier, we're looking at Zillow, we're looking at Redfin, but that's only evaluation. What about everything else? Is your equity, is your investment really squeezing the orange? Or can you squeeze more out of that investment? And that's what we want to show you. So I'm Don.
I'm Dev.
DM us direct, or our information's down below and you can contact us there. We'll talk to you soon.